woman to be valued. Be it a friendship or a romantic relationship, you need to set a boundary. As a woman, do not just date or be in a relationship just because you want to be in a relationship. Don't just date for the present. Date for the future, my woman to be valued. Don't just date for today. Date for the future. Especially if you are planning on getting married. Especially if you are planning on having kids or children. Date for the future. Don't just date because of you want to date. Don't just go on a date and waste your time. Date because of you see the person in your future. Set a boundary, my woman, to be valued. Especially, like I said earlier, especially if you're planning on getting married, you're planning on having a family. Set a boundary. Date somebody that fits your future. Date somebody that you see in your future. This is why I tell most ladies, I tell them the first date, the moment you start talking to somebody, the first date that this guy asks you out to go, it's the most important date. When you go, I'm not saying when you text each other, FaceTime each other. The moment you guys sat down together, face to face, it's the most important date. When you are there in that dating, that romantic, maybe you feeling that butterfly, that's the time you need to set a boundary. Tell this guy what you need. Tell this guy what you want from this relationship. Tell this guy how you feel. Don't just sit there and say, oh, he's so cute. I'm having butterfly. And then he's telling you, oh, I don't go to church, and you're a Christian. And he's telling you, I don't want to get married, and you want to get married. Set a boundary. Do not waste your time. So when you tell this guy, oh, I'm 25, oh, I'm 35, and I want to get married by this time, or I want to have a husband that's going to be taking care of the family. Put your standard, set a boundary. Excuse me. Set a boundary. Don't just go sit down and say, oh, he makes me feel so happy. No, that's not first date. Set your boundary. Tell him what you want. Tell her what you want from this relationship. So if you want to invest in you, that's fine. But if you don't want to be in that relationship with you, if you don't want to invest with you, it's time for you guys to go your way. Don't start dating a guy for 2-3 years and then you don't set a boundary. You don't tell him what you want. You don't tell him what you require in that relationship. So my woman to be real, you set a boundary. Tell him what you want. Don't just date for now. Don't just date for today. Date for the future. You want your future to be bright. If you want your children to have a better life, there is certain guys, certain men you don't want to involve yourself with. It doesn't matter how cool they look. They might look cool today. But do you see that guy in your future? Do you see that guy taking care of you and your children? Do you see that guy as a provider? So set a boundary, my woman, to be valued. And go with your gut feelings. Don't sit there because the guy said, oh, you know, sometimes I go to church. Sometimes, And you are the person that go to church every Sunday, unless if you're working. That's a no-no. Because later on down the road, you might think, oh, you know, he might be going to church. No. If you don't set that boundaries on that first date, that guy going to continue saying you tolerate it. You accept him as he is. So set a boundary, my woman, to be valued. Communicate about what you want. Communicate about what you will or will not tolerate in your life. Communicate to that guy. Tell him. I know you might think, oh, I don't want to drive the guy on the first dates to tell him all that. Yes, my woman to be valued. Tell him what you want. Communicate with him. Communicate. Tell him what you're going to tolerate and what you're not going to tolerate in your life or in your relationship. Speak up, my woman to be valued. Speak up. You don't want to be with that person and that person think like everything is okay. That person think like, oh, she was cool with that. I don't know why she tripping now. So communicate. Speak up. Speak up about what you want. Speak up about what you need in that relationship. Speak up about what you will tolerate. You will gain so much respect from that. At the moment, maybe you might feel like, oh, the guy might think you're arrogant or you're full of yourself. But trust me, my woman to be valued. When he goes home by himself, he's going to sit down and say, wow, I really respect this girl. I really respect this lady. I really respect this guy. He knows what he wants in life. He knows what he wants in his future. So my woman to be valued, speak up in that relationship. Set a boundary in that relationship. And don't just date a guy for today. Don't just date a guy for the moment. Especially if you are planning on getting married. Especially if you see yourself want to have a family. Don't just date because of dating. Date someone that will fit in your future. Date someone that you see in your future. Date somebody that you see in your future. Now, woman to be valued. Date somebody that will elevate you. Date somebody that will let you grow spiritually, physically. Date someone that you see in your future. Don't just date because you want to date. Thank you all for watching Woman to be Valued. This is Roseline E. Kamara. Woman to be Valued is part of Purpose Focus Ministry, Pastor Michael Kamara. Check us out, Purpose Focus Ministry. Check us out, Woman to be Valued at Google, Facebook, or YouTube, or Instagram, or TikTok. Woman to be Valued, Roseline E. Kamara. Thank you. Speak up in that relationship. Speak up what you will tolerate and what you will not tolerate in that relationship. Don't just date a guy for today or for now. Date a guy that you see in your future. Thank you. Bye-bye.